Hi guys! Alright, so today we're doing lesson 78 and this one is all about triangles and classifying triangles. So I think we kind of started doing this a while ago, but I don't really remember, so I'm just going to go through everything. Remember how a couple of days ago, last week sometime, I had you write down kilograms and pounds and ounces and all that stuff? Well, I'd like you to do the same for these triangles that we're going to be talking about, because you're going to get asked questions not in this particular lesson, but in the future you're going to be asked to draw an isosceles triangle, to draw a scalene triangle, which of these triangles are obtuse, which ones are acute. So you're going to be asked questions about this as we move forward. So I would like you to write down the definitions that I'm going to give you. That way it'll help you in the future and you won't be super confused. So basically, one of the ways that we classify or describe triangles is we talk about what kind of angles make up that triangle. Obtuse is when they're really big and fat and wide, and acute is when they're really tiny and small, and a right angle means it's got like a perfect angle going on there, like a perfect corner. When we have those kinds of angles in a triangle, that's what usually tells us what kind of triangle it is. So, for example, obtuse angle has one angle that is obtuse. A right triangle has one right angle in it. And an acute triangle, all of its angles are acute. They're all small. And that, I feel like, is pretty self-explanatory. As long as you know your obtuses and your acutes, you're fine. And right triangles always have, I'm pretty sure right triangles always have that little square box in the corner to tell you that it's a perfect corner angle. So as if you see that, you know it's a right triangle. Another way to classify triangles, though, is by comparing the lengths of their sides. If all three sides of a triangle are equal length, that's called an equilateral triangle. If at least two sides of your triangle are the same length, then that is called an isosceles triangle. And if none of them are the same length, it's a wonky, weird-looking triangle, none of them are the same length, that is called a scalene triangle. So jumping back to equilateral triangles real quick, equilateral, like I just said, is when they have all three sides are the same length. When that happens, the angles are also the same size. And when all of your angles of your shape are the same size, that's called equiangular. So a equilateral triangle is also an equiangular shape. Number 1, draw a triangle that is both a right triangle and an isosceles triangle. So remember, whenever we have a right angle, whether it's a triangle or not, it's always going to have a perfect corner. And an isosceles triangle is one where two of the sides are the same length. So to start, we're going to draw two intersecting lines that make a perfect corner, and we're going to make sure that they are the same length. And we're going to just draw in our third line, our third side for our triangle, and you can check it with a ruler, and it will be, in this case, a little bit longer than your other two sides. So it is a right triangle because it has a perfect corner, and it's an isosceles because only two of the sides are the same length. Okay, one more thing before I go. I just want to remind you guys, because number 10, I feel like number 10 could be confusing. So for number 10 in lesson 78, it asks, when the minute hand turns 360 degrees, what time will it be? I just wanted to go ahead and remind you that 360 is a full rotation. It goes all the way around. So it starts, ends in the same place. Okay? So I just wanted to remind you of that, because that could be confusing if you don't remember that. Let me know if anything else is confusing for you. That one, I think, is just the most confusing that I just at a glance, but I definitely could have missed another one. If you come across one that is tricky for you, write down your question in the comment section chat thing, but it will probably take me a few minutes to see that you've commented and to find the problem myself and go through it. After you write your question down, just keep moving, keep going, and I will get back to you within half an hour at the latest. I hope it doesn't take me that long, but it might. I just want to let you know that because, yeah. All right. Well, that's all I've got for you today, so I will See you tomorrow.